Yes, lads, wanted to make a quick reaction video in regards to the new card designs on Sorare that have just been released. The 23-24 season cards are out, and the designs are really, really controversial, lads. I'm not going to lie. From the sort of response I've seen on Twitter so far, looks overwhelmingly negative. But, nobody likes change. And yeah, I'm just here to sort of analyze the card really and just kind of go through, the bits I like, the bits I don't like. I've picked out Lukas Sucic for Salzburg. So the new Austrian league cards are out, Salzburg being one of the teams that are out. And this is the new limited card, the one of 1,000. So the first minted card for this new season. And yeah, initial glance, I think there's just too much free space, if I'm being honest. The space down here next to the name, I think that it's just blank, and there needs to be something there. Like when I'm looking at the card, I'm obviously drawn to the player, obviously, but I'm also drawn to the fact that like there's just a lot of empty space on the card, and I don't really like that, if I'm being honest. The other sort of gripe that I have is this text down here, the midfielder text. It's like Shakespearean. I don't really know what they're going with there, to be honest. I think it's too thin, like way too thin, and it looks a bit cheap, if I'm being completely honest. They're my negatives, off the bat. Okay, one other negative. I think the player is too small, if that makes sense. I think he needs to be bigger. The picture of the player within the card needs to be fuller. And that's honestly because, like, I'm not biased, but, this is last season's card. This is the same player, Lukas Sucic, one of 1,000 card. And as you can see, yeah, there's still empty spaces either side of the name, but at least it has his name in like a bigger font behind his name, if that makes sense, in white. I don't know how well you can see it, but it does say Lukas Sucic behind the black Lukas Sucic text, and then the midfielder is in like a fine enough font. This year's, I just don't think that looks great, lads, if I'm being honest. The color as well, like, limited cards, or the limited scarcity, is supposed to be yellow as far as I'm aware, and this looks gold to me. I don't know about you, but this looks more gold than yellow. I like how centered the card is, but I do think the player needs to be just bigger. It needs to fill up the card way more. The background, like the triangle effect thing, is pretty cool. I'm not against that. Name at the top, obviously Salzburg club logo. They do also have the logo of the league as well, which is pretty cool. And the season 23-24. Age down here seems a bit small and out of the way, and so does his nationality. I don't really know where else you could put it. Maybe a bit bigger, I don't know. The scarcity, the serial number of the card looks a bit weird on the left, on an angle. I don't know if I'm in love with that, if I'm being completely honest. It has the makings of a nice card. I just think that there's things that need to be changed. But like, who am I to say that? I'm no card designer, obviously, but this is just my opinion. But yeah, you just see like the picture of the player is just way more fuller in this card, isn't it? You could argue is there more depth to this card? Maybe with with this sort of trimmings at the top here, potentially, compared to this card. But I just like how the player in this old version like fills out the image a bit more. There's less space, or the space is being utilized a bit more. And I like the color more, to be honest. I don't like this gold, if I'm being completely honest. It looks kind of orange. It's like an orangey gold. Maybe my eyes need testing, but that color there looks nothing like this color here, does it? Let me know in the comment section what you think there. But yeah, that's the limited. Let me see if I can show you the rares. Do we have rares? We can click rare, and we can see super rares as well, actually. So this is the rare version. Here's Carsgard. I think the reds and the rare cards look a bit better than the limiteds, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe that's just because of the color of their kit. I don't really know. I think it looks a bit cleaner. I'm still not. I hate this midfielder text down here. It needs to be a way more bolder than that, if I'm being honest. But it has the makings of a really nice card. I just think the player just needs to be a bit bigger. I really, really do. I think the card itself takes up too much. Like when I'm buying a card, I'm buying it for the player, really, right? Like I want the player to be as big and as full as possible on the card and fill up the most space as possible. And I just don't think we're utilizing that here in this card design. I still think something needs to be behind here. Maybe like the Salzburg logo in like dimmed, if that makes sense. Similar to how, the name Lukas Susic is behind the text of his name here, just in a bigger font. I think something like that, or even their name behind the text here. Interesting. So they've gone with like a white font or a white color of text, where they went with this sort of blacky grey type of color, which I don't really know what I like more, to be honest. Do I prefer? I mean, I don't know. It's just really interesting. It's funny because like we hate change as humans, and I don't know. At the end of the day, they're just digital cards, aren't they? But it's just weird to get used to. Genuinely, like it's really hard to wrap my eyes around this. We've got the super rare down here, Omar Soleil, blue card. Again, I think the blue is an upgrade on the limited. It's a very rich blue. I'm still drawn down. Like when I'm looking at this card, lads, I'm drawn to down by here, and I shouldn't be. I should be drawn to up here, but I'm not. Genuinely, like my eyes want to focus on the empty space down here, and that's not what should happen, should it? If we're being honest, that shouldn't happen. I should be looking at the player, and I am, obviously, to a degree, but I still also think, I look down here and I'm just like, why am I seeing so much empty space down here? What is this as well? Why is there so much empty space? And it's not so much just because it's empty space, it's also the fact that like there's nothing in the background either. Like I'm not asking for, the opacity of anything behind here to be like completely full, but at least have something in the background that's like dimmed. Whether that's his name in bigger font or his nationality, the team he plays for, the league, whatever it is, just give me something to look at. I don't want to look at, just blank, empty blue space. And then to top it off, this defender the defender text is horrible, lads. I'll be honest. That's the worst thing for me, is this thing. The logo, the text. I really don't like the font. I hate it. I really don't like it. That's not to say I'm not going to buy any of these cards and be interested in them. Obviously I am. But, this is just my opinion. And I'm sure it'll grow on me. I still don't love the limiteds. I think the limiteds look so different to last year, color-wise as well. I think the rares and super rares look way better than the limiteds. I was just going to go over to Sorare's Twitter because they have been announcing, I think I saw Norwich. Yeah, so Norwich's new cards are out there, all the limited Norwich cards in a graphic. I think it looks okay. I mean, they're yellow. So, like, it's crazy. Like, that is yellow. Obviously, Norwich's kit is yellow and green. That card is not yellow. That card is gold. So, yeah, maybe they're going away from this sort of yellow limited thing. It's more gold now, which might be a strategy to make the cards look more expensive. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't really know what the thinking is there. But Watford are also on, and these seem like, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. These are the unique cards. So these are the one of ones, as you can see by the serial number. I mean, I don't love Norwich's kit. I don't think Norwich's kit. I don't think Watford's kit does the unique card any justice. But I do actually like the purpley sort of funkiness about, the background. And there's something cool about the unique. I'm drawn to the uniques more than I am any of the other scarcities right now, as far as, just the design. Just make that a little bit smaller. Croatian League is also back as well. Here are some of the Croatian League cards. I think this is Lokomotiv Zagreb. Lokomotiv Zagreb, I believe. And then Dynamo Zagreb as well. Livakovic, Petrovic, Baturina, all the boys. I don't think the blue and red, I don't think the super rare and rares are that bad. I just don't like the gold, the new limiteds. Or I really don't. Oh, sorry, this is Lokomotiv Zagreb. And so, that was just a mixture of the cards, actually, wasn't it? Because we got Baturina in there that plays for Dynamo, and then Cavallina that plays for Lokomotiva. Man, this is going to take some getting used to. Let's have a look at what people are saying on here. I want to see some of these. I want to see some of the replies as far as what's being said. Okay. Announcement. Will there be an announcement later today? Okay, that was 17 hours ago. Oh, was this? Oh, sorry. This was an older tweet, wasn't it? That was 19 hours ago. I just wanted to have a look at... I feel like they deleted a tweet. Oh, no, this is the tweet. Sorry, yeah. It's time. The first batch of 23-24 cards have landed. Hopefully the designs are getting fixed. When do they move to 3D? The colors are off. Too much empty space at the bottom. I agree with the too much empty space at the bottom, and I also agree the color on the limited seems off, but that might be what they went with. People have... Somebody's made a little poll here. I like the design. Hopefully it's better in 3D. Really not good. Worst card design yet. I don't think it's the worst card design yet. Let's see. Hopefully better. Oh, 52% worst card design yet. Wow. McBride says, hope they don't look as bad in 3D. Sorry for being negative, but those are the worst looking Sorare cards I've ever seen. We'll reserve the comments until 3D design comes in, but 2D version looks very poor. Please tell me these are templates. That one looks pretty cool. Is it too late to fix the design when Pro League Limiteds look like they're made of honey? That's what I'm saying. I really do think they've gone with a different color scheme for the Limiteds this year. Unfortunately, worst card designs. Yeah, awful design, awful announcement. Fire everybody. Come on now, lads. Horrible design. People aren't happy. People don't seem happy. I mean, the cards at the end of the day, you know, it's not gonna... You know, they're not sort of life-changing or... Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's going to take some getting used to. There's elements that I love. There's also elements that I don't like I've mentioned. Let me know what you think in the comment section, lads. I am really intrigued to see what your thoughts are. Obviously, overwhelmingly negative on Twitter, but I'm interested to see what the YouTube comments say. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.